Hey guys, hope all is well. Uh, Coming to you with another video today. I know I've not done a video in a while on building or anything else. So I want to really take this Thursday and share a thought, kind of a Thursday thought that I had the other day. Anyways, I'll try and make it quick, but we've been teaching our youngest how to ride a bike, and he's been doing pretty well, and actually got the training wheels off and learned how to ride it within 2 days of taking the training wheels off. And you kept hearing me tell him, pedal fast, fast, pedal fast, and trying to teach him that momentum will take the bike forward. And the faster he goes on the bike, the easier it is, and the more he slows down, he'll wobble, he'll fall, the bike will go out of control, different things of that nature, especially since he don't have those training wheels. So anyways, the other day, Gabby and I were out walking with the boys, and they're way out in front of us, and going down this little hill, not much of a hill, but going down this little hill, you hear a joyful scream as only a little 6-year-old boy could do. And Gabby and I kind of look at each other and laugh, and then at that moment, I believe the Lord just gave me a little thought, and shared it with Gabby while walking, and it was life, just like that bike, is made to live at a certain pace. And what I mean by that is we have to, just like that bike, you got to ride at a certain speed, or you got to ride it fast for it to work properly. Life's just like that too. And if we try to slow down and put our hands on everything and take control of everything, we'll end up wobbling, and we'll end up causing ourselves more harm than good. And it's just a very profound thought the Lord gave me at that moment, just thinking about it, and think about, life, is meant to live. That bike is designed to do a certain thing. And if we use it in the constructs that it was designed, we can have the enjoyment like he was having, the screaming and the joy and riding. But so many times we don't want to live life, I don't want to say fast, but how it's designed. We try to slow down, we try to put our hands on everything, we do all these different things. Obviously we build homes, and one of the biggest regrets or mistakes I see a lot of our clients do sometimes is they try to second guess themselves, put their hands, and every small decision becomes a big decision, and it is. And this is a very stressful industry and time building a new home like that. But they're taking the joy out of the building and the involvement and watching it kind of come around. And we do this in life. We do it with our kids. We do it with our spouses. We do it with our jobs. We do it in this COVID era time right now. And so I just had that thought I wanted to kind of share with you on that, And then I even read or let me go from there. That bike's designed to go fast, right? So within that being said, I'm a builder, and we work with a lot of engineers and different things. You got to know how it's designed. And God gave us a Bible. He gave us his people, to talk about, to learn of him about, to read an instruction manual. So many times we go throughout life, and we don't, first thing we do, opening up something or doing something, we throw the instruction manuals away unless we believe it's complicated. Nothing's more complicated than life when we don't even open up the Bible. We got to read it. We got to understand it. We got to do things like that. We got to take it by faith. We got to talk with people about it. Just as that bike, just as a tool, just as something in your house, just as your vehicle. And there's gonna be things that we don't understand. I don't understand how God sent His Son to die for me. I don't get that. I don't understand how that it says that Christ is the Word made flesh. I don't get it. I get it, but I don't. I also don't get how He says that He holds His word above His very name, but yet back in thousands of years ago, and even today, they hold the name of God. The Jewish community holds the name of God in such high regards, they take out vows so that they don't accidentally say His name the wrong way. And so, I don't understand a lot of this. I don't understand why He loved me, why He forgave me. I don't understand all these things, but He does, and I take it on faith. And that's what His instruction manual is asking me to do. I read something, was up and read something late last night, and in Exodus, first chapter, and it talks about the story. It talks about the story of let me get this little thing out of there. It talks about the story of Joseph. But the first chapter, verse 8, it says, "And then there arose a king who knew not Joseph." And all that means is, if you look at the story of Joseph, you got Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. And Jacob was the grandson of Abraham, and he had 12 kids. And Joseph had these dreams, and he was the 11th, and that, you know, that his brothers would bow down to him and all these different things. And give you a real quick version. And anyways, his brothers got mad at that and tired of hearing him calling him a dreamer, and basically got mad at him and was going to kill him. Didn't kill him, threw him in the pit, sold him into slavery. And then went to Egypt, went to Egypt and was in slavery, and then you know, went from there and got accused of stuff and didn't do it, and then moved up, and then got accused of more stuff and went back in jail again and kept prospering and doing different things. And then until finally the king of Egypt had a dream and no one could interpret it, and then one of his men that was in prison went ahead and told him, "I know a guy," and it was Joseph. And Joseph's brought before him right out of the prison cell, brought before the king, and you know, and he says, you know, "I believe my God will interpret the dream." And it was just about famine and plenty. It says you're having 7 years of plenty, and then you're having 7 years of famine. And the Pharaoh was so impressed, he made him second in charge, only unto him. And at that time, so Joseph was not in charge of just the country, but literally the world at that time. And when the famine came, his family, his brothers actually had to come back to him and bow down before him. And Joseph didn't take it that way. He said, "I forgive you," and God's used this situation for our good. And anyways, it saved an entire nation. It saved an entire people. What Joseph did. It's a great story. It's a typology of Christ, if you really get into it. But it wasn't many years later that it says that there arose a king that knew not Joseph. And all that really means is that the people got so busy in their lives, in their day-to-day lives, not living life, not riding the bike, not living the life in the manner that it ought to be lived, that they didn't know Joseph. They didn't know his story, and it didn't matter to him because Joseph's descendants weren't acting as Joseph were. And we're in an election time, we're in a COVID time, we're in all these different times that we have, and these uncertain times, and I'm afraid that if we're not riding our bike, if you will, the way it's meant to be rode, you know, is it going to be a time in our lifetime that this world will rise up and say, their king that knows not Joseph? You know, they say that our families are only one generation away from not serving God and not going to church. And it's a very true statement. So that's up to me and my household and my family, and it's up to you. It's up to you what you can do and work and provide and try to have opportunities. And there's a lot more to it than trying to condense it down to that small thing. There's not easy answers for complex items in life. But I'm just here to share that thought with you this Thursday of, you know, live life as it was designed. And the only way you'll know that it's designed is if you read the word of who wrote the instruction manual. And so if you don't read that word, if you don't search it out, if you don't study it, if you don't really dig into it, and then trying to put those parts and pieces into action, you'll never live it how it's designed. As a matter of fact, we all have different designs and different personalities and different things happening. Your life can be drastically different from mine by design. We're all made differently. We all look differently, speak differently, and have a different group of people, and that's beautiful, and that's how God made it. So I challenge you to this day to ride your bike right in the way that it's meant to be designed. Thank you guys. Have a good day.